Hi, this is Stephen Weatherby with Weatherby Renovations. We're currently in Virginia Highlands. We've got another project we're doing down here. This particular house was built probably 1922, 1924. The homeowners had called us in. We are the second contractor on this job. We actually, they got a home construction loan through Wells Fargo, and that actually went south after about a month, 2 months into it, where the other contractor wasn't performing and carrying the level of expectation that the homeowner was looking for. That being said, we fell in on the project. We've kind of had to take over and pick up the pieces, and I just kind of want to show you a little bit about this house and what's going on with it. So we're dealing with a 90-year-old structure here. It's a great house. It's got great bones, and we really want to stay true to the character of what this house originally encompassed back when it was built. We've got a good-looking front door with a flat panel. The homeowner had, at one point over the last 20 years, there was some siding installed. We had some energy efficiency problems. They'd put full sheets of glass over the fronts here. We're going to back away from some of that. We're going to get these glass panes out, restore it. The homeowner wants, when you walk in the front steps, it needs to be warm and inviting. That being said, the glass has got to go. We're going to move in with a new front door, and as we come in, we're going to rework most of the woodwork on the inside. We're going to do sanding, get it prepped, and we're just going to bring back that the glory that this house once had, that over the years we probably sanded through 7 or 8 layers of paint, some of which is lead paint, which that imposes another set of regulations from the EPA that we have to work on. So all in all, we've got a bunch of different things going on, and I'd like to show you some other features as well around the back. On the exterior of the home, we've got areas that we would really like to pay extra attention to. Anywhere around the bottom of the foundation and the doors that show rot and just damage and decay due to the years, we plan on replacing this door. We're going to refinish the foundation here to get it up to where we're not going to have that water running into the basement. Virginia Highlands has got some homes that over the years they just show damage. The foundation has fallen, and we've actually had to do some pretty extensive repairs on foundations to re-support them. We're trying to go ahead and address these items now, so we're not going to have that problem with this homeowner in the future. We want to give them a product that's going to stand the test of time. This project's got a lot of balls in play. We've got the doors, the exterior windows. We're having to tear out the skylight in a master bath upstairs. And when I say skylight, it's like 3 windows put together in some kind of a concoction and a remodel that was done in the 90s that just didn't work. A lot of rot, needs a lot of repair. The homeowner's got a lot of trees around. They've already lost 2 of those skylights over the last 5 years from limbs dropping and breaking them. So they really are, they're ready to move on from that look, go to something a little bit more sensible that's not going to cause so many problems for them. We've also, as I said previously, we've got another contractor that was pulled off the job. The homeowners actually moved out and they're staying in an apartment, and the contractor was here doing the work, and as the communication process had completely broke down, the homeowners are running out of time. They actually need to be in this house at the end of next week, so we have to really step it into high gear so we can at least give them a space back to where they can move in. Just some of the things that the contractor was doing were they replaced some windows, they did sashes, but instead of replacing the whole frame unit like they should have done, they were actually using just plywood and building some frames. And I've never seen stuff like this done before. This is new to me. So this is one of the repairs as well. So we have to go through, we're going to have to re-engineer some of the things they did. They have some good suppliers that have been working on the house. We've got a cabinet supplier that I've done in the past, worked with. My granite suppliers are actually on this job. So the contractor actually used some pretty good reputable companies to help do the work, but it was all in the process of how they were coordinating and putting together that could even make a good company look bad in the end when you're trying to pull it all together. Hi, we're back again this afternoon to preview some of the work that the crews have finished up inside. We've got a good bit of the interior wall and ceiling painting done. We've got a good first coat on the floors that we had to sand. These were the original floors, and we're real proud on how they've turned out as well. Not to mention the guys are outside now doing the work, getting the prep ready and the paint for the exterior. We just swapped the door out, got that installed. I feel like this is a good representation of what we took down. It lends itself to the original elevation. We ended up reusing a lot of the original trim work on the outside. And let's go inside and take a look at it, and we'll see how it looks. So we finally made it to the inside of the house. The painting, we've had a chance to get all the painting ran on the inside. These were the original pocket doors I was telling you about. We've had to do restoration on them. There was nails that were down this original edge, and as you opened them, it was dragging against the doors. A lot of these areas that had the wood grain had deep gouges, and we had to do a faux finish and build these up, as well as refinish the doors. The doors here are going to be the same color for the front door that we're going to really tie into the coffer ceiling as well. So this door is obviously, it has not had any work done to it, and we're just getting to the point where that'll probably be one of the last things we do. The floors, we talked a little on that. They're actually the original floors. The couple things that are different about these floors is that they have face nails all the way through. Each board has a few nails in it, and these thin strips are probably about about 3/8 of an inch thick originally, and they've gotten really thin over the time from all the years of sanding and refinishing. So we've got a few special techniques that we have to apply to these floors so we do not mess them up. They are just face nailed, there's no tongue and no groove, so we really have to pay attention to all we do on these floors. This was one of the more formidable rooms in the house as far as prep work went for the painters. We've actually spent about a week on this room with 3 men solid doing prep work. We've had to replace these inside panels with thin veneer. It was actually the plaster originally, and we tried to get it smooth and work it out, but the time it was taking, it was just not going to work out. We knew that we were going to put a gloss paint on this, and if these panels weren't nice and smooth, we're going to see every detail or imperfection. The actual top cap we saved, it actually has grooves in it that was for, originally they put plates up on top of this rail when the house was built. The dental mold in the actual cove under here, that was all saved from the original. We wanted to keep that charm. The 1x material, it's actually 5/4 board material, a little bit bigger. They don't mill this size anymore. We wanted to save all this. Interior trim inside these panels, we wanted to rework all this and try to keep it as well. That being said, the room is just about short of a touch-up of being finished. The shoe mold hasn't been installed yet. We're going to be working on that today, and once we get that buttoned up with the finish, it's going to be perfect and they'll be ready to move in. We're back on the outside of the house today. For the most part, this project in Virginia Highlands is coming to an end. We finished the painting on the outside, the trim. We put some new colors on. It really looks good from the street. We stained the deck. On the inside, we pulled out a couple days ago. We had the cabinets and the granite tops and all the stainless appliances were installed. The homeowners just moved back in. They're extremely happy about it. It's been a long haul for them. It's been about 6 months since they've been out of their house. The original contractor had promised about a 3-month completion date. And a month and a half into it, they saw that it was going bad south. So by the time we came on board, we had to pick the pieces up, kind of see what the contractor did and didn't do. We had to backward engineer some of his stuff. The bank was involved. We had to get with the bank on the original draws and just get all the pieces worked out on how the draw process was going to have to take place from that point forward. So we had some obstacles, but in the end, the homeowners have just been completely happy with the job. We've exceeded their expectations, and we would love to turn your project, either if it's a new one or if it's something where we have to pick up the pieces from another contractor, we can come in and take care of that for you. Just give us a call, 678-901-4205.